Hello everyone! Welcome to the Onfinity Field.ai configuration training video. The agenda of this video is to understand the basic set of overall configuration and user creation. In Field Service Request, we have mainly two roles. First is Field Service Admin and second is Technician. The Field Service Admin has access to all the windows, process, form, and widgets related to field service. He is responsible for creating field service request, sales quotation, sales order, rate position, invoice to the customer, and assignment of the task to the resource. On the other hand, Technician is a resource person who will perform the task at the customer site. Technician usually work on mobile application for performing the task. We will see where we can provide access to windows, forms, process, and widgets in Onfinity system in order to use field service module. At last, we will understand about the right group. Right groups are basically the default group that we have created in order to assign various roles to various windows, process, forms, and widgets in one go. Let us move to the Onfinity system now. This is the landing page of Onfinity ERP system. When we click on this icon, we can see the user details, role, client, organization, and warehouse. Let's go to the role window from the menu and search role. We have already configured required roles for field service. As per our discussion, we require two roles for field service. First is Field Service Admin and second is Technician. We have already configured it Field Service Admin and Field Technician. Now for learning purpose, let me show you how to create a new record in Role window. Click on the New Record button. Toggle it by using Alt+T or by clicking on this record. In the name field, you can enter the name of the role. The user level should be Client plus Organization, as it is a default value. On the description field, you can add any further details related to the role. You need to mark this checkbox as true in the manual checkbox for this. You can also define the currency for this role. Approval amount is not applicable in our module and in the Access section. The preference level and the display values are default values and should be set to Organization and always seen in the organization. User need to check these can report and can export checkbox as true so that he can use and access the reports. Several other settings are available on the role screens. For that, you can refer to the role configuration video. We will provide link for that. User need to mark this checkbox as true use user or organization access. This checkbox is used to provide the access to the organization based on the roles, particularly that is a specific role, can have access to more than one or two organizations. This setting is further used on the user management screen, where we provide organization access to users. Then user need to click on the Save button to save the record. But here in this case, we have already configured some default roles, so we'll consider that only. Let's go back to the Field Service Admin role. Here you can see all the configuration are already done. If you want to provide access of creating new attribute and can edit the existing attribute, you can mark this checkbox as true. Now let's move to the Window Access tab under the Roles screen. Here you can see we have already configured all the window access to this role, and now we will learn about how to provide the window access to the role. Click on the New Record button. Toggle it by using Alt+T or by clicking on this record. Here on this screen, you have to select the screen name. Let me select Cost Element. If I want to provide only read-only access, then we directly click on the Save button to save the record. But if I want to provide both read and write access, then I will mark this checkbox as true and then click on the Save button to provide the read-write access of the Cost Element screen to this particular role. This is how we can provide the window accesses. Now we will move to the process access. Here you can see we have already configured all the process access to this role. Now we'll learn how to provide a process access to the role. Click on the New Record button. Again, you have to follow the same procedure or Alt+T. Then you have to select the job and from the drop-down option. Let me select column hashing. Again, if I want only read-only access, then I can directly click on the Save button to save the record. But yes, if I want to provide both read and write access, then I need to mark this checkbox as true and then click on the Save button to provide the access. Let's move to the form access. We have already provided form access to this role. Again, click on the New Record button to provide the new access, and toggle it. Here you can select on the page field for the form access. Suppose let me select Create Forecast. Again, if I want only read-only access, then I directly click on the Save button, or if I want to go through and write access, then mark this checkbox as true, and then click on the Save button to save the record. It is a very simple process. You have to follow the same process for window process and form access. Now we'll move to the widget access. Here you can provide widget access to the role. Click on the New Record button, toggle it. Then you have to select the widget name from the drop-down field. Let me select SR Details and click on the Save button to provide the widget access to the role. If you want to make a widget inactive for the particular role, you can just mark this checkbox as false and click on the Save button, and this widget will be inactive for this role. Now we will see what are the window access, process access, form access, and widget access that are required to provide to the field service segment role to carry out the field service operations. Now let's quickly jump back to the PPT. This is the list of all the window accesses that are required to provide to the field service admin. You can just pause the video and note it down. These are the list of all the process accesses that is required to provide to field service admin. These are the form accesses, and these are the widget accesses, and these are the dashboard charts and KPI accesses that is required to provide to field service admin in order to carry out field service operations. We will talk about dashboard charts and KPIs now. Now let us move to the Onfinity system to see how to provide dashboard charts and give access to the role. Go to the menu and search for dashboard charts. Open it. Here you can see we have various dashboard charts available in the Onfinity system. Click on one. Go to the second tab, that is Access tab. Click on the New Record button. Toggle it by using Alt+T or by clicking on it. Select the role and the role field. Suppose we want to provide access of this dashboard chart to the field service admin, then select Field Service Admin. If you want to provide both read and write access, then mark this checkbox as true, and then click on the Save button to provide the dashboard chart access to this field service admin role. Now we will learn about how to provide dashboard KPI access to the role. Go to Dashboard KPI from menu. Open it. Again, we have several dashboard KPI available in the Onfinity system. Click on any. Go to the second tab. Click on the New Record button. Toggle it by using Alt+T or by clicking on it. Here in this role field, you can select the role to which you want to provide the access of the dashboard KPI. Suppose I want to provide access to the field service admin. So, I will select Field Service Admin and click on the Save button to provide the dashboard KPI access to the field service admin role. Now coming back to the Onfinity system, the next step in the configuration is the write configurator. Now we will understand about the write configurator. Either we can do these configurations manually, or we can do this from the write group. Go to the menu and search for write group. Open it. These groups are already sent by us, and you can create also a new group by yourself. A separate video is also available on the platform. You can refer that video to know how to create a new write group and how to provide video, form, process, and video texts in that group. Now we will learn how to create a new write group in the write group screen. Click on the New Record button, toggle it by using Alt+T, then enter the name of the write group. Enter in its description. If you want to add any further information regarding the write group, then click on the Save button to save the record. Then you have to provide window access, form access, process access, and widget access. The same way we provide these accesses to the roles. It is exactly similar to providing access to the roles that we have learnt in this video already. After configuring this write group, you can configure this write group to the user also. For that, go to menu search Write Configurator and open it. This is the landing page of the Write Configurator screen. On the left-hand side, you can find the list of users. When I select a particular user, Suppose I select Oliver user, and the middle section, you can see the details of the available role that are assigned to the Oliver. And on the right-hand side, we can find all the windows, process, and form access, which Oliver has access to. If I want to provide another role to Oliver, I can simply mark this checkbox as true and click on the Save button. Upon clicking on the Save button, System will automatically provide a field service admin role to the Oliver, and if I want to provide any window access directly to the Oliver, then I can simply mark this checkbox as true and click on the Save button. Upon clicking the Save button, the system will automatically provide access of this access-defined string to the Oliver. We can provide window access, form access, process access, and widget access by using Role Screen and using the right configurator screen. The next step in the configuration is the creation of the user. For the creation of the user need to go to Menu and search for User Management String. To create a new user in Field.ai, user need to click on the New Record button. Then we need to fill some details, that is greetings, first name, last name, supervisor name, mobile number, phone number, email address. Email address is mandatory. Then we have some security settings. For this, you can refer the user creation video, that is a separate video and totally based on how to create a user in the Onfinity system. You can refer that for more details. And in the notification section, we have some settings related to notification, whether email allowed, SMS allowed, and enable push notification email allowed. We need to mark this checkbox as true if we want this user to receive email. Similarly, the SMS. If we want user to receive SMS, then we need to mark this checkbox as true. And if we want that this user will receive notification on the mobile application, then we need to mark this checkbox as true. Then upon filling all the details, user need to click on the Save button to save the user record. We are not going to create a new user, but instead of that, we will use an existing user to see what other settings are available on the user management screen and how to finally create a user. Let me just select a record. Suppose I choose Pascal. After filling all the details, user need to click on the Next button. The next step is to link a role with the user. If you want to link a new role with the user, then click on the New Record button. Select the required role from the search option and click OK button. This particular maintenance admin role will link to the user. After linking the role with the user, click on the Next button. The next step is to provide the access. You remember we have checked the User Organization Access checkbox on the role screen. Due to that, we can provide organization access to the user. Let me provide organization access to this user. Click on the New Record button. Select the organization from the drop-down. Upon clicking on the Save button, this express organization access will be provided to this user. After providing the organization access, the next step is to provide the BI access. This is an advanced part, so we are not covering it here. After filling all the mandatory details, user need to click on the Activate User button. Upon clicking Activate button, email will be sent from the system. With the required username and email, the user can reset the password from that link, and upon activating the user, this Login User checkbox becomes true. Once the user becomes the login user, we can bind this user to a resource. For that, we need to go to Service and Maintenance Setup from the menu, search for Service Maintenance Setup, and open it. Go to the resource screen and click on the New Record button. Here let me name it as Alex Resource and let me bind Pascal here with this resource. I'm selecting Resource Type, and when user click on the Save button, then this Alex resource will be bind to this particular user Pascal. This is how we can bind the resource with the user. In this video, we have learned about the role configuration and how to provide accesses to the roles, and then we learned about the creation of the users. That's it in this video for now. Thank you for attending this session.